By early 2026, the global economy hit a definitive wall. Decades of steady expansion stalled out as energy reserves dropped and supply lines across the planet simply stopped moving. The impact was immediate in Europe. Shell's CEO warned of an upcoming fuel crisis, while British supermarkets began turning drivers away from empty petrol stations. In India, the government moved to protect foreign exchange reserves. Prime Minister Modi appealed to the public to cancel foreign vacations and even delay weddings for a full year to reduce the national import bill. These measures extended to daily life, with mandatory carpooling and remote work becoming the required standard to lower national fuel consumption. These consumer restrictions are symptoms of a deep, structural breakdown in how the world moves goods. The old system of global trade is no longer functioning. For years, the global model relied on frictionless trade, sourcing from a single hub in Asia using just-in-time delivery to keep costs minimum. That model broke when conflict in the Middle East and the war in Ukraine blocked the world's most vital geographic choke points. Physical transit became unpredictable. The New York Fed's Global Supply Chain Pressure Index climbed into positive territory, marking the most significant tightening of global logistics in over 2 years. This logistics strain coincided with a massive surge in energy costs, as Brent crude oil prices stabilized well above $100 per barrel. Managing a profitable company became a mathematical impossibility under these conditions. When the global map is fractured, moving goods across oceans is too expensive to sustain. Relying on one distant supplier is now a fatal corporate risk. If a single shipping lane closes, a company's entire inventory disappears. Businesses are responding by shifting toward regionalization. They are duplicating their operations across multiple hubs that are much closer to their customers. We see this shift in practice as electronics ecosystems expand in Vietnam, and automotive manufacturers move production into Mexico to serve the North American market directly. These regional hubs provide a buffer, ensuring that production continues even if major global shipping lanes are blocked. Companies are intentionally sacrificing the lowest possible labor costs to ensure their supply chains stay connected and reliable. Even with shorter shipping routes, the high price of crude oil continues to pressure corporate cash flow every day. To gain control over their overhead, factories are moving towards decentralized local power generation. Industrial investment is pouring into on-site solar and wind farms, giving manufacturers true operational autonomy and protecting them from sudden oil market shocks. The economic environment of 2026 made green energy a vital financial strategy. Sustainability now functions as a concrete cost-saving measure in a high-inflation world. Simply moving a factory isn't enough. Managing a fragmented supply chain during a period of high interest rates requires a more sophisticated digital strategy. Artificial intelligence is now the foundational operational layer for these companies, providing the only way to process the data required to run a regionalized network. This digital layer executes predictive routing. It monitors global conditions in real time, performing continuous scenario planning to avoid delays before they happen. It also manages supplier concentration risk. If one region becomes too expensive, the system automatically shifts sourcing to a viable local partner. Without this digital shield, the sheer complexity of a fragmented global market would be impossible for any human team to manage effectively. The era of prioritizing pure scale and speed has ended. In this new cycle, the metrics of success are adaptation and resilience. Agility is the new definitive metric. It is the ability to pivot an entire supply chain the moment a new geopolitical crisis emerges. International trade is currently being reconstructed into a more fractured regional model. This new reality is defined by slower movement, higher regulatory friction, and a focus on self-sufficiency. Treating geopolitical risk as a one-off emergency is no longer an option. Survival in this economy requires engineering supply chains to be permanently local, self-powered, and optimized through predictive analytics.